What's up, guys? How you doing? So today's moto vlog is gonna talk about riding in LA traffic. Now, we're on the Supermoto, we're on a WR250X Yamaha, and the one thing about Los Angeles is that there is the worst traffic in LA than anywhere else in the world. This has the worst traffic. Now this is about rush hour on a Tuesday, about 5:30 p.m. and LA traffic just sucks. If you can look in the other distance way over there, you can see the traffic is getting pretty bad. Tuesday is probably one of the days when traffic is the least, but what we're going to talk about today is lane splitting, like what I just did right now. So California traffic is the worst, but motorcyclists have an advantage, and that's called lane splitting. So lane splitting, or lane sharing, is where you actually share a lane with another automobile. Now the freeway that I'm going to get on right now is notorious for stop and go traffic, and I'm going to be moving onto that freeway right now. Now one of the best things about LA is that the lane splitting can save you massive amounts of time. Now my commute to work is often, in a car it can be an hour, on coming home it can be an hour and a half, and the commute is only 35-40 miles. On a motorcycle I can cut it down to about 30 minutes, maybe about 40 minutes if I'm, you know, on a chill day. So let's see how traffic is right now, and we'll assess the lane splitting situation. Now California is the only state to have lane splitting legal. Everywhere else it's illegal, at least in America. And here we go. So I'm gonna stand up, I'll show you. Look at the traffic right there. That stuff does not move at all. It's just stuck. So let's maneuver around it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start lane splitting right now. Now lane splitting, what I'm doing right now, is perfectly safe. It's actually safer than sitting in the traffic itself. Now people are probably thinking, oh, you're a madman, you're moving through traffic. Nah, we're really not. We're actually just using space that's already there. Okay, now we're gonna go in between these cars. There we go. Boom. Okay, now this space is already there. As you can see, I'm moving through it very easy. I'm not having to drive recklessly. Let's move through it. But this is actually cutting through the traffic. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to move over to the carpool lane, where I can actually split in this double yellow right here. Now that double yellow, you can actually ride in between the yellow lines here. CHP does it, police do it. It's freaking awesome. And that's gonna honestly save me a lot of time. So I need a lane split here for half a mile, and then once I do, then I can move over into the lane. Now traffic is literally stopped, if you guys can see this. It's horrible. It does not move. And I mean, who'd want to sit their life in traffic? Now I love cars. I have a car, I have 2 cars, and I honestly like my cars. I love the automobile, but I can't deal with sitting in this LA traffic all day. It makes me want to cut my wrists and kill myself. So we're almost approaching the carpool lane, and this is probably the best freeway to do lane splitting on, as far as motorcycling goes in California. So this is the newest freeway in Southern California, or Los Angeles. This freeway was built in like 1994, something like that. Okay, so here we go. So now we're gonna move over into this other lane, and this is the carpool HOV lane. There we go. Now this is how we beat LA traffic right here. This is just crazy thick traffic. I know people are thinking, oh, this is unsafe, but the University of California, Berkeley did a study that shows that lane splitting is actually safer than sitting in traffic. There's a police, they don't mind. It's actually legal here. So this is the actual, I call this the motorcycle lane. This lane right here is, I mean, I'm riding in the center of 2 yellows, but technically this is perfectly legal in California. We might come up on a motorcycle doing it, another one. We also might come up on CHP doing this, but this is just the wildest thing is to be able to lane split past this stuff. Now, I watch a lot of other motor vloggers like Riding with Tom, who's in Australia, where you can lane split there. But people like Jake the Garden Snake, Chase on Two Wheels, even a Motonosity, a lot of other moto vloggers out there, they can't do what I'm doing right now. And it's just incredible how much time you can save lane splitting. So honestly, I think this is the best thing, and this is one of the reasons why I started riding a motorcycle in Los Angeles, was because I can't deal with this traffic every day. Every day you sit in it. Monday you can deal with it, Tuesday you can deal with it, Wednesday you're really getting sick of it, and by Thursday you just can't take it. Now Thursday in LA is the worst traffic. You'd be thinking it'd be Friday, but it never is. Always Thursday. And it's incredible to be able to cut it off. American flag, America, brap, yeah. Okay, another cool FRS. Yeah, so if you see in the distance up there, you'll see another motorcyclist. He's splitting way up there too, and this will really cover almost my whole commute, just doing this split up here and covering it to the very end. Now, when you're lane splitting in California, this is one of the scariest places is what's called the weave lane. Now, this is where people can enter and exit the carpool lane. We'll pass that truck. There we go. Now, honestly, this is way better than sitting in this traffic right here. Look at all this traffic. And I will argue with anybody that LA has the worst traffic in the world. Worse than New York, worse than anywhere, worse than Paris. Jeremy Clarkson says Paris is the worst traffic. I don't believe it. I believe in LA. This is a light traffic in LA, which is mind-blowingly crazy, because it's super duper thick. Now when we come up to the end of this road, there's usually another spot that's great for lane splitting, and we'll catch you over there as well. See you there. So this is where traffic gets real bad once again. We'll show you. You can see how horrible it gets. Starts to get very constricting. And this is right here is the one reason that I ride a motorcycle. This is one of the hardest parts of my commute, is this section. If you notice, the cars over here are only moving like 15 miles an hour. It's ridiculous. There you go. And that's one thing you have to be careful for up there, is you might have saw a truck go over the double yellow. That's really what can wipe out a motorcyclist instantly. But even this, look, carpool lane, not even moving. It just doesn't move. Look at this traffic. This traffic is crazy. It's freaking incredible. I swear this is like cheating. Now, this is where you have to deal with assholes like this. Assholes that stay in the carpool lane and they know they're supposed to get over. 240SX. Pretty sweet. Oh, okay, now here is the hardest part of the lane splitting. Now, this part of the freeway gets clogged every day, and sitting in this exit right here can take a half an hour sometimes. So we're gonna cut through it. Thank you, guy. And one thing you gotta notice about lane splitting is when traffic is stopped like this, where it's 100%, this traffic is not moving at all. You see all the brake lights. You don't want to be going too fast through this because bad things can happen. Now, there's also people like this that kind of maybe I can squeeze through here. This guy's sleeping. Got a driver actually sleeping. Now look at that. That was incredible. Cut through all this traffic, cut from sitting there. We're gonna like squeeze on this line right here. Now this is also another trick to lane splitting. People right here do not make right turns. I don't know why. They just suck at making right hand turns. So I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna cut around all these people. There we go, green light, go. Yeah, freaking awesome. Well guys, I hope that showed you a little bit about lane splitting in California. You know, if you guys like this channel, you know, go ahead, click that subscribe button and click that like button if you like this video. I'm gonna put out more videos to come all the time. Cool stuff about moto vlogging, where I go, what I do, just trying to share, you know, what riding a motorcycle in California is like. Woo! Okay guys, we'll see you next time. Peace out.